just wanna let go. I so low. Speaking on my arrow, but they don't know. Now you see the skin glow, sweet like cocoa.
Hey everybody, it's Benji, better known as Moiciara, and I did a Ready to Love recap, review, reaction in probably over a year or something. So I kind of wanted to get back into doing that. So far, I believe they're on episode 3 or 4 if I'm not mistaken. So I kind of wanted to kind of get into the cast, talk about, the pros and cons of the show like we normally do around here. If you haven't seen my Ready to Love or Married at First Sight reviews, they're down description. Y'all know what it's about. So we're gonna get into some things. So they're on they're on season 9 so far. And as you guys know, I Ready to Love is like one of my guiltiest pleasures. Like I love Ready to Love. I'm a super fan Ready to Love. The issue I always have with Ready to Love is that, and I've said this, if you follow me on Twitter, like I'm like a reactionist, we'll call it a reactionist on there, and I pretty much, anything that I normally watch, I pretty much tweet about. So if you don't follow me down there, the link to my socials are down in the description box below. And the issue I have is I love me some Nephew Tommy. I love that man because his spirit is so raw and authentic and real, and we don't see a lot of black men on TV like that. But the gripe I have is the same thing normally every season. The first couple of seasons, not so, you leave it up to production, to editing, to a lot of those things. Season 9, I gotta point the finger at him a little bit. And the reason why is because I feel like there's never enough structure when it comes to the singles dating. It's pretty much like, okay, well, we're gonna bring the exes in, we're gonna focus on this, it's not something to really like hone in. Like once they really like gather the truest connection, and I've said this so many times, I feel like there should be a process where, I'm so tired of that word too, but if you watch the show, y'all know they say process a lot. There should be a process where someone comes in and help guide and steer the connection so they can be stronger, so they can strengthen them. So when we get to the reunion, we're not sitting looking at a bunch of individuals who have decided to go their separate ways, or they're still in like this iffy space, because normally when the reunion show comes on, they're usually always in this iffy, weird space. Like they're trying to either put on for the cameras to make it seem like they don't want to look like, oh, we didn't win. And that's the thing about on these dating shows now in 2024, it's like a lot of times the success rate isn't there because they're trying to win. They don't want to look at like, oh, I didn't make it to the end. And we've seen that. Like that's what it be showing. So those are my, my pros and cons. But also, Nephew Tommy, if you watch this video, I don't know if you're gonna see this. Hey, how you doing? Y'all gotta get away from that down south area. I don't know if y'all just think it's too rough over here in the Midwest, because I stay in Chicago. Hey, how y'all doing, Chicagoans? And I personally feel like we need, like Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, North Carolina, South Carolina, something, not DC. Y'all done DC. We don't need Florida, Texas, none of, like I would like to see a Mississippi one. Like let's do Mississippi. Y'all don't do New Orleans. Let's go to Mississippi, or shake it all the way up and go to LA, Canada, somewhere. Like it's time for a change, because I feel like due to people knowing the casting perimeter of like what dictates the show and where it's going to be, they're already mentally preparing themselves for the clout aspect of the show. Like they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go apply, and you know what, I'm gonna go on the show, and I'm gonna, They're not really looking for love. So so far, like I said, we're on episode 3 or 4, I believe. And they've already sent 2 ladies home, which I did. I don't know what made them send 2 ladies home. These first 2 episodes off the bat, I said they need to bring April back. She's 42. She's a pharmacist. Bring her back. I feel like with a woman like her and the other young lady, hold on, yeah, let me see. Patricia, yes, Patricia and April. They need to bring those ladies back. We need to see women that are very strong-minded, strong-willed on TV, looking for love. Everybody doesn't have to be Snow White, and what I mean by that is like very like easy breezy. Oh my God, like I'm just here looking for love and da, da. Like no, like some women, a lot of women and men as well, they're guarded, and I feel like when it comes to the women, a lot of times they instantly write off the women when they're guarded. They're like, oh, she's too challenging. She's too much for this particular process because we only have a certain amount of time, and we're not going to want to pull back those layers to get to really know her. And that bothers me. So y'all don't understand how much that bothers me because, like, I come from a line of strong black women. So to see black women get that are strong-minded or have a more defensive energy or a more like headstrong mentality, y'all instantly want to write them off. That bothers me so bad. I feel like Patricia didn't get a fair chance at all. They should bring her back. April, they definitely should bring her back because she like I said, she's a pharmacist, so she's a straight shooter. She's not sitting here trying to be cutesy wootsy and all that stuff. What they should have did. Oh no, my bad. I think we're episode 4 because the Demonte, the fashion stylist, show. Demonte, the fashion stylist, he went home, and the guy Glenn, this guy, this is what I'm talking about as far as in the clout aspect. This man didn't even. I don't even know why they even let him do a green screen. They shouldn't even let him do that. He had the audacity to not show up to the mixer, but he had time to get in the green screen and say, "Oh, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I don't know if I can do." Like what? Like it makes. And I'm saying like the passes they give the men, the Will Packer, nephew Tommy, y'all got to do better with these passes y'all give the men. And I know it's spearheaded by a man, but y'all got. And then I wanted to do a recap on Make a Move, but I don't. I love the show. It was nice to see the women in the front seat, sort of, kind of. But I feel like with Make a Move, it was pretty much the same thing. Like the candidates, when it comes to the men, always is very loosey goosey. It's never like, and I'm not saying like everybody got to be a doctor, or lawyer, or a firefighter, or all these extravagant things, but sometimes I feel like if they say they're a operations manager, an entrepreneur, they instantly they give them the red light. And I'm not trying to put a label on expectations of a person that's looking for love, but if you're going to be on TV, and more than likely a lot of women I have already thought about their process on what they're going to do if they're going on a show like this. And sometimes the men process just don't be thought out. Like they was talking about the baby boy was sleeping on the floor was okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna go with some of my faves so far. Dominique seems like I'm gonna start with the guys. I'm gonna start with the men. I think Dominique's a good guy. I think he might just be one of those people that make it to the finals because he just seemed like a really good guy. Will, he's a real estate development CEO. This sounds like an elective title. I don't think he's ready for love. I think he's looking for a good time and a girlfriend. Ready to love as far as in like taking the next steps as far as in marriage and all that. I don't think he's here for that. William, He's 38. He's a financial advisor. I actually like William. I think he said he's a comedian too. I like this guy. It's something real, like, it's not put on. Like, I love when men can just come on TV and camera and it's not put on. Like, I love that. Ooh, here we go. LaRon, he 32. It says systems operations, but he supposed to be out here in the nightlife, child, or whatever. But LaRon, LaRon got that thing. LaRon got that thing, child. Him, Alonzo, it says insurance adjuster. Alonzo's so fat, y'all. Alonzo's so fat. Okay, anyway, moving right along. We have Jonathan. It says recycling center owner. He's 37. Jonathan, he's one of those guys who was very much, he gives me very much Kevin Samuel tease. Like, and what I mean is, like, that male chauvinistic energy to the highest power. Like, I personally feel like is very male dominated. Like, he's more like, what is the lady bringing to the table? Like, and I don't know if it's the show or what, but it's just something about his energy. I'm not feeling it, girls. I'm not feeling it at all. I don't know what it is. It just seemed like he's not trying to be as informative. And I feel like with women, a lot of times women are extremely informative. Like, they're gonna lay it all out there. Yeah, I got 3 kids, 2 baby daddies, da 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 da. With the men, because he's one of those guys, like, he didn't want to tell the ladies that he was previously married and the baby mother, same person, but he didn't want to specify that because he was saying how what was he saying? He was saying how, like, women have a tendency to prejudge a man. If I'm looking at it, like, I feel like if you're as honest and open, then you're already trying to put parameters on how the woman gonna think without even letting her know. You can't do that because you wouldn't want her to do that to you. Like, she said, oh, well, I got 2 kids, but they from me. I ain't worried about the, like, no, you have to be as open and forefront as possible when it comes to starting something. Like, y'all don't know these people from a can of paint. Y'all starting a blank, slate. Okay, so that's with him. Lamar, 43, coach entrepreneur. I'm so glad they got rid of Lamar this episode. I don't know if y'all seen this or whatever, but I'm so glad. He was giving very much R.Kelly tease. And when I say that is because I'm out here for being, forward about talking about sex. We're grown. I get it. But you have to read the room. Read the room. And I personally felt like my guy was not reading the room. He was just like, oh, okay, well, we grown and we gonna talk about threesomes and having sex. And it was just so forward, y'all. Like, I don't know. And then 43 really ain't that old. It's like you're letting people know how promiscuous you are or how, like, much of a fun guy you are, in relationships, which is cute and that's cool and all, but you just don't want to put that out there to women that don't know you. They don't know you. Like, you got to tell them more about you. Is it just about the sex? Because y'all on a dating show. So if you want to make it just about the sex, then you got to let these women know. Because if not, then, they're going to wash their hands with you if that's the case. So, child, shoe fly don't bother me. Who else we got? Oh, Shad Chaz. I like this guy. I like him. I heard that right. I said like him. But he's 47. He's a bank data and analytics senior manager. I like this guy. They showed his home. He seemed like he has a good head on his shoulder. But y'all know there's a but. The but is, I don't know, like, he's so nice and cool, calm, and collected. Him and the young lady Vanessa hit it off. I'll get into her in a minute. I personally feel like with him, he got this. He's one of those too good to be true fellas. Like, he's so nice and so calm, which is beautiful. I love that. But I feel like he's one of those, he's either possessive, controlling, or got a mean streak behind closed doors. I don't know this man from a can of paint, y'all. But I'm just saying, that's just the energy he gives. Because usually, if you dated enough men, y'all know how men can be. Like, in front of everyone, they're nice, they're sweet, they're kind, they're calm. Behind doors, they're like, oh, I didn't like that your skirt kept riding up all night. Why did you wear those jeans? And why didn't you put this back before you left? And oh, girl, beware, beware. That's the type of energy and vibe I get. So I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't know this man. I would hope he's not that guy, but I don't know. It's just something about it. It's just like that little radar thing. Okay. Anyway, I think that's it with the guys. So let's get into the ladies. We got Alexis. She's 32. She's a national sales operator. I like this young lady. Something's very soft about her. And what I mean by soft is that she seems like she don't have any prerequisitions about what's going on. She's here for the moment. She's trying to be in the moment. I don't really know what else to say. Like, I just like her energy. Like I said, they need to bring my girl April back. That's really much all I can say. Mika, I think that's her name, 37, esthetician. She's gorgeous, knockout woman, beautiful. I can tell she's on here looking for love too, for the right reasons. Like, and this is what I be saying about, now y'all heard me with the men. Y'all heard me with the men. It didn't sound like a very high percentile of men that I was saying that was extremely ready for love. But with the ladies, I've already knocked down two ladies that are definitely here for love. Koshia, my fireball. Love Koshia. Love Koshia. I don't know what else to say. I love Koshia. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Yeah. It's Koshia. I love Koshia. This is my girl. And the reason why I love her, because she, like I was saying, she's outspoken. She's not here for the BS. She's not here for the BS. The guys, okay, so there was an instance with her and the guy LaRon. I mean, not LaRon. That's who she likes. She likes LaRon. There was an issue with her and the guy Alonzo, where he said something to her that alluded to some sexual behavior, and she brought it up to him or whatever, and she was saying how that made her feel uncomfortable, XYZ. So he went on to say how it wasn't really that way, but there was really no other way it could go. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. I want y'all to watch the episode, y'all can see it, so then y'all know what I'm talking about. But nonetheless, she tries to keep her cool. He said how that wasn't the case, and my girl said, boop, I'm out. She left. She didn't give no, big old dramatic scene, like none of that. I don't know. She just knew to exit stage left, and I like that, because her being a black woman, a lot of times they want to see the black woman. This is a TV show at the end of the day, so they all about ratings and the drama and all that hoopla, whatever. But she's been, I'm not saying she hasn't gave them entertainment, but it's because for a good reason. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. Like I said, she has a thing for the guy LaRon. I like their chemistry together. They have a really playful, fun, flirty, and there's a connect. I just don't know if he could really wrangle her in, though. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, she's a very strong woman, and I love that about her. And I don't know if his dominance can weigh out, their thing together. But that's my girl, though. I hope she does not go home. Fingers crossed. Hopefully she makes it to the end. We have Laylan. I believe that's the young lady's name. She's a cybersecurity consultant. She's 41, and I believe this is the young lady who just went home. Not much to say. Pretty lady. Cool vibes. Not too much. Nothing. Yeah. We got Maya. She's 31, healthcare IT consultant. Like this young lady. I like Maya because she's a young lady, another one who has, like, they're here for the right reasons. And like I said, a lot of times with this particular show, the ladies are more are leaning towards more to being here for the right reasons, more so than do when it comes to the men. Of course, she's knockout, killer shape body. I believe she's got like a fitness line or workout line or something like that. I'm not sure. And we have Patrice. Her and Alonzo kind of had somewhat of a connection, and I like her too. She's feisty. She's got that, sassy energy that I love about. I love when women can show up and be themselves on camera. They're not trying to put on and be, like their housewives and none of that. Like, I love real authentic women, and so far the ladies that I've named, they all have that type of energy. We have Rashina, who's the hairstylist. She's 39. I believe she was the one who went on the date with the new young man that they brought in named Jonathan. And China, they did this last season too. They brought in another gentleman, and he was man, that boy. I think his name was Brandon. Whatever. But Lord, I don't know. It's like they be saving the best candidates on standby than the batch of fools that they end up choosing for the actual show. I don't know what that is, but nonetheless, Rashina, I think she went on a date together. I believe it was her or Patrice. I want to say it was Rashina. No, it was Rashina. Anyway, her and Rashina went on. Him and Rashina went on a date. They both had dogs or whatever, and they went on a date. Very nice. Like I said, I like her energy as well. Now I ain't gonna lie, she do seem like she be putting on a little bit for the camera. She's a glamour girl or whatever. Hair, nails, everything did. I like that about her, but I'm not 100% sure about her personality. We just still in the early stages. Maybe I gotta see her in a different light. Now Vanessa's the flower child. Vanessa reminds me of I feel like I'm missing somebody, or they don't have the person on the list. But Vanessa, she's 35 and she's a flight attendant. I like her. Her and Shaz, they've hit it off or whatever, and I like their energy together. Vanessa seems like, she's, like I said, I think she has a daughter or a son that's kind of like a teen, early preteen or something. And I mean, I like to see women in their feminine essence, and I feel like with her, you gotta pull them back, or maybe not. If she meets the right guy, then she'll obviously connect with him, and that'll be that. So far, like I said, this is season 9. I've enjoyed the show so far, of course, because obviously I'm watching it and I'm talking to y'all about it. But like I said, I do have my gripes with it. Nephew Tommy, Will Packer. I just be wanting y'all to kind of like even the playing field when it comes to the candidates for the women and the men, because the men don't never be seeming like they be reaching up with the ladies. So that's pretty much about it. I probably will wait a couple more episodes before I decide to do another update or whatever, just because I don't want to do every week, because I just feel like that ain't enough. That's not enough to like, kind of the meat and potatoes. I want the video to be a little long, not too long, just enough so y'all can really enjoy. Because a lot of if y'all are YouTube here like me, like I normally turn on YouTube and I'm either doing my makeup, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm doing something. So yeah, so period. So yeah, I want y'all to have a little lengthy video, so I'll be running through this stuff and be going. So like I said, so far they've gotten rid of the 2 ladies, April and Patricia, and then they also got rid of the guy DeMonte, and they let that fool Lamar go, which I was glad they let him go, because I could tell, like I said, that male chauvinistic stuff, it can only fight back so long before it come right back out. And Buddy Boy, when Koshia was talking to him about letting him know how he wasn't gonna be able to stay, and they don't think he's ready to love or whatever, she was like, "Oh, can you stop talking to me like you the principal or whatever?" Like, you're already like worried about the wrong thing. Like, why you just I don't know. Anyway, y'all, that's it for now. Please make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your mom, your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, your little cousin, whomever. Period. Thank you guys for the support, like I always say. And until next time, y'all. Bye.